tabernacle of meeting. Now, when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through the man of Israel, the woman through her body. So the plague was stood among the children of Israel. And those who died in the plague were 24,000. To Moses, saying, Phinehas, is with my zeal among them, so that I did not consume the children of Israel in my zeal. Acts of righteousness. This evil that has befallen our generation must propel every Israel disregarded the law of God. God brought them out of slavery into the promised land for a purpose. He called them unto himself. But the moment that displeases God, and then God was angry with them. As we go through this pandemic, in retrospect, we will look at the ungodliness in our generation. God. And then perhaps, maybe God brought this to draw our attention back to him. So men and women, things happening is anti-God. God created us. God loved us. God has a plan for every one of us. So it is not in the plan of God for a pandemic to happen to kill his creature. So this is not in the nature of God to God. And maybe because we thought we can do it by ourselves, so God left us alone by ourselves. This situation must call us to do Phinehas did. Phinehas was a priest. He was not the only priest at that time. But Phinehas arose with holy anger. In the midst of the chaos, a man will have the gut to compound the situation by sinning. It angered Phinehas. People of God must be angered, must arouse in the heart of people. Men of God must cease to eat for the whole of the 14 days until God do something. And as we read the story, we saw that what Phinehas did pleased God. What Phinehas did in our generation may be against human rights. It may be against the law of the land. But at that time and in that context, it pleased God. So what I'm saying is, men and women of God, at this time of plague, if you want to continue to follow, calls for godliness and holiness. We must return back to God in godliness and holiness. Some people behave as if nothing is happening. They continue in their sin. The police have reported that crime will rise. In such a situation, crime should reduce because we are in a dilemma. We are in a confused situation. This situation must call us to godliness and holiness. This situation must call us to godly sorrow and repentance. This situation must call every believer, in fact every human, to sanctification, contribution of penitence. In this pandemic, all back to personal holiness and personal godliness. We must return this repentance. He will have mercy on his people. Another thing we have to do in order to end this pandemic is go. If you feel you need to fast, fast. If you feel something prophetic, take a prophetic step. For me, I believe what Phinehas did was taking a prophetic on God. Let everybody be alert at this time and make positive contribution, particularly the contribution of doing rightful. He told them is that God is calling them back to justice. God is calling them back to love. And God is calling them back to hope. There are too much injustice in the land, and we must let justice reign and rule. The oppressed are oppressed the more. The sick are left on their own. Thank God for the health workers that are risking their lives to rescue people. We need more people, volunteers to volunteer, so that the sick call to prayers, a call to missions and evangelism, a call to holy living, a call to prophetic action that will appease God Almighty, seated on his throne, a merciful God, a caring God. You know, God will not listen.